3 days until week 0, we know the focus will be on what's ahead for this year. ACC football has the toughest non-conference schedule in the country, 27 games against Power 4 opponents, including Notre Dame, 9 non-conference games against teams ranked in the final 2023 AP Top 25 poll, 10 non-conference games against teams in the ESPN's 2024 Way Too Early Top 25, and all of these are the most of any conference. Now, the ACC is going to be tested in non-conference play right out of the gate in week 1 when Clemson meets Georgia and Atlanta. Later in September, we have NC State, Wake Forest will both be tested by the SEC playoff contenders, while Florida State will have to deal with a group of 5 contender, Memphis, Notre Dame, and Florida. Threw a lot your way, Luke, but the ACC has been very outspoken on this topic. So what do you make of all of this, Luke?
Well, let me touch on Memphis for a minute, because they could literally go undefeated, or they could be an 11-1 team. That's how talented they are. So that's not a gimme game if you're Florida State. And listen, Commissioner Phillips is right. He's listing off all of the variables that show the strength of the non-conference schedule and the success of a non-conference schedule. But in order to further that narrative that the ACC is not only here to stay, but here to thrive, you have to go out and you have to win those games. If you're Miami, you have to go beat Florida, all right? If you are NC State, you have to go beat Tennessee in week 2 so that you can continue that momentum as you head into, for what the ACC is looking like top to bottom, one of the most competitively balanced conferences in all of college football. So yes, these games matter, but you got to perform big and you got to win them.
Yeah, and I think before you can continue momentum, you have to start that momentum. And I think that momentum starts, at least for the ACC, with that Clemson versus Georgia game, week 1, essentially opening the season with a huge marquee matchup. Now, Clemson struggled last year. Didn't play as good of football as it would have hoped, the quarterback position included. Will Shipley's gone at running back. It's going to be Phil Mafah leading the charge. Will that team be able to not only face, but overcome a Georgia team that is coming in hungry? That August 31st game in Atlanta, Clemson versus Georgia, is the ACC out-of-conference matchup that I am most excited about.
I'm excited at the Florida State game, but Luke's, which ACC non-conference game stands out to you the most?
I think it's NC State at Tennessee, week 2, because there are such high expectations for the Wolfpack and Dave Dorn in this program, considering you've got Coastal Carolina quarterback Grayson McCall transferring in. He's been remarkably productive. You got a premier wide receiver in KC Concepcion. You're going to be able to run the football effectively, and we all know and respect what NC State has been and become on defense. And when you look at Tennessee, people are so excited about the quarterback position for the Volunteers. They're excited about what Josh Heupel has accomplished in a short period of time. And there are expectations for the Volunteers to be in the hunt and in the race for not just the title of the SEC, but to be in the college football playoff hunt. The good news for both programs is, can you afford to lose this one and get into the playoff? Yes. But the winner propels themselves with a really strong early season win that could pay dividends when it comes committee and their time to start looking at schedules.
People are trying to get that bye week for sure. Now, that NC State-Tennessee game is going to be a fun one to watch. All right.
Give me something. Light a cigarette just so I can breathe.